Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Space, where today we're going to be counting down my favourite Dark Deception levels from worst to best. Now this is only from chapters 1 to 4, so no chapter 5 levels. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in at last place, or number 8, we have Barely Buried. Now in my opinion, the level is way too long. So it gets really boring and it feels like a chore to play. Also, Zone 2 is really boring. The caves are just really dull and ugly, and it's just not interesting environment. Zone 3 is pretty cool though, with the red atmosphere and souls outside. The 2 boss fights are pretty boring, you just have to run around in circles for most of them. Also, there's no new powers because you're slowly gaining the other ones back, but I just don't think that's as interesting as getting a new power. But I do like More Bear and the Trigger Teddies, to be honest. Coming in at number 7, we have the Strangest Sewers. Now, the sewers just look really dull, and the pre-enhanced looked a lot better. It had a green atmosphere, and now it's just grey. The Dread Duckies are really cool. I love the cone on the head and all the legs and things. Also, I really like the mechanic of trying to figure out which one's the real one and which one's not. But the doors are really annoying when you gotta wait 3 seconds, and that is a lot when you're trying to run away from the ducks. But the boss battle is quite fun, but it's not the best one. At number 6, we have Deadly Decadence. Now, I love the Gold Watchers, as like they're really cool, the mechanic's really cool. I love the whisper when they get near. The environments are really cool, the hedge maze isn't as good, but I think that the manor looks amazing, the visuals and the architecture looks really cool, but I think the level's way too hard, and trying to avoid the Gold Watchers in the manor with the tight corridors, you can sometimes just run into them, and also the traps are really annoying. At number 5, we have Crazy Carnival, the clown level. Now, Zone 1 is definitely better than Zone 2. Zone 1 has like a liminal feeling, and Zone 2 just feels kind of boring. I do like the pictures on the walls and things though, and it's terrible for people with motion sickness. Like the ride and stuff and some of the areas in Zone 2, I don't personally have it, but I know people who do, and it's really annoying because you can't skip those sections. Also, the shards are way too spread out. I like it when you're getting like dung 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 dung, but instead it just doesn't feel like you're doing it as well. But the boss fight is pretty cool. Halfway through the list now, at number 4, we have Torment Therapy. Now, I really like the Reaper nurses and the matron. The matron definitely gives off Little Nightmares vibes with the big aesthetic. Zone 1's better than Zone 2, because Zone 2 is very like prison-y, which is weird because in Chapter 5 we're going to get a prison level called Prison Panic, but Zone 1's got more of a clean hospital environment. For Zone 2, maybe they could have made it an abandoned hospital and things, like an abandoned part of it, but I just think that it's not as good as Zone 1 with the clean hospital aesthetic. The boss fight with the matron again is really cool. I think it's really good how you got to use all the powers. You got to use the teleport ability to go between the different ambulances. You got to use the primal fear ability to stun the nurses, and then you got to hit them with the syringes. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I think it's a really good level. Entering the top 3 now, we have Elementary Evil. Now, I really like Agatha, her long claws and things. She also looks really burnt, and I love the connection she has to the story. Both zones are really cool, by the way. I think I prefer the second one because of the people banging on the windows and things. I think it's really creepy. I don't like the boss fight though. I don't like how Agatha is the boss in her own stage, and her boss form isn't really that cool. And you have to run in circles and avoid the fate portals. It's just not that interesting. And also, we got our first in-person look at Malik, which is really cool. We see him in his phantom form, where he chases us at the end. Winning the silver medal in second place is Monkey Business. Now, this is only the first level, so it's the most simple. And it's only got 1 zone, but it's really memorable. I love the monkeys as well, the chef monkeys and the murder monkeys. I think the design's really cool and really iconic. The lighting and locations are really cool, the architecture and the graphics, everything looks really good, and it definitely got an upgrade in the enhanced, but I do think that it's maybe a bit too bright now, because before it was dark and gloomy hotel, but now it's just too bright. I love how you're constantly getting shards, and it just feels really rewarding when you beat it for the first time. Winning the gold medal in first place is Mascot Mayhem. Now, of course, the FNAF levels peak, but the characters are the best. I love Lucky. I think all of the characters have got so much personality and they're so memorable. All the zones are really cool and memorable as well. The first level's obviously like the amusement park. I think it could do some rides in the background, but I do think that it looks really good. I also think that Zone 2 and Zone 3 are really memorable as well. With the underground sections and things. I think the tight corridors actually works in this level, and Hangry breaking through all the walls, Penny flying and throwing eggs and things, Unlucky with the speed boost. I think that's really cool. The Joy Kill boss fight is amazing, but in fact both of them are really good. I definitely prefer the first one though, where you knock him into the lava. It's got cool lore in some of the secret rooms, and once again, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, so we're of course gonna love it. We've reached the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. Dark Deception, such a cool and amazing horror game. It's so memorable, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!